Hello, good evening, everyone. How are we doing today?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Richard.
Good evening. Thank you. Nice to have you here.
Good evening, Mr. Richard.
Good evening. Good evening, Kelvin. Thank you so much for making it here. Who else
Good
is with us?
Good evening,
Good.
sir.
Is that Chini? Okay, good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
Okay, great.
Good evening,
Nice.
Mr. Richard.
Good evening, Daniel. Daniel, how far now?
Hi, I'm here, sir. Good evening.
Welcome. Please,
Yes,
where are
sir.
the people from Compass Bible Club? If Compass Bible Club, please speak up. Let me know. Hafsa, are you trying to say something?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Richard.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm all right. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Raji. Mr. Raji, how are you doing? Good evening.
I'm fine, sir. How is work, sir?
Welcome. Very well. Very well.
Thank you.
Okay. Where are the Compass Bible Club people?
Good evening, sir.
Ifeogene, okay. You're from Compass Bible Club,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. How many of you are here?
From what I see, no other person that I can recognize their name. So,
Okay. Okay, just in case you. Okay, Adora. Okay, that's another Compass. Favor, how you doing? Good evening. So I think I'm.
Sir.
Okay, great. That means I have just is it 2 Compass Bible Club? All right. Okay. Is there any other Compass Bible Club person here, Favor?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no stress. We have Victory. Good evening. Lillian, that's right. Good evening. We have Mercy, good evening. Fashina, Kelvin, Abraham, Ikechukwu, Daniel, we've already spoken. Chioma, Chini, Blessing. Good evening to you all. Right. So just a minute. I'm trying to join with my second device where good evening. Thank you, Victory. So it's 8:05. We're starting. We're not wasting or waiting for anybody. So I'm just trying to join with my other device. That's the only thing holding us. And once I can do that, we're starting. I don't think we're waiting for anybody. I'll just launch that from here. Okay. Good evening. All right, so we're going to start. I hope everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, just use a reaction. So we start. Can everybody hear me?
Bro, Mr. Richard, we can hear you.
Okay, great, great. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'll just do a bit of intro. My name is Richard Okiasi. I happen to be the team lead, and we section of professional services as well as education services. So what that means is that while we work with professionals, career people, we also work with students at some certain level, right? We render services, including career coaching services, interview preparation services. We help people to prepare their job search documents and what have you. So that's just a bit summary about Fasthire. So the origin of this training, because it is said that if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I have to give you guys a bit of rundown to how we came about this training that we are having today. So this training came about a thinking process that our team was having, and we were trying to identify knowledge gaps, right? Knowledge gaps within different systems for different roles and different employers that have been contacting us for talent. So you remember I said that we work at the intersection, we work with professionals, so those looking for jobs, as well as employers also looking for talent. So we happen to, in a way, be in the middle of all this, and we've kind of been seeing things. Then also, because we work with students, we also know that there's this reality that a lot of students, even before their, before their final year, they've already made up their mind that the course they are studying is not what they wish to pursue as a career, right? So, but even as they have made that decision, they have not started preparing for it, right? They've not started preparing for it in terms of what skills would they need if they are to pursue a career in something else. They've not started preparing to say, okay, this is where or what I want to do, and this is the skill I will need to do that, right? So they have not started preparing for it. So this training is also, this is the second of a set of trainings we'll be doing. Last month we did graphic designing training, and it's totally free. Just come and learn. This month we just started this SEO content writing. Next month we have some other trainings which we intend on taking. So that is the origin of this training. So if you are here, it's important that you take this training serious. And I'm going to tell you why you should be taking the training serious, right? I'm going to tell you why you should be taking the training serious later on in my presentation. This is the first class, and in this class, we are just going to do more of, I'm just going to do more of introducing you people to what we have for you, what we have in store throughout the next 4 weeks, right? So I have introduced myself. I've told you guys what Fasthire is and the objectives of this training, which I've already started talking about, right? To equip students with SEO training, equip students so that they can comfortably do SEO writing, right? So, which I have also talked about. Now, a lot of people will say, what is SEO writing? I know that not everybody really even knows what is SEO writing, but in order to explain SEO writing, I'm going to do that with a demonstration, right? So I'm just going to write Fasthire, for instance. I'm just going to go to my search bar, my Google search bar. So this is Google, for instance. So I'm just going to type Fasthire, right, as a search, right? And whatever. So now you've done this search, and what do you have here? This is a results page on Google search engine, right? I could try this on any other search engine, be it Bing, right? Or Yahoo. So these are the 3 top search engines. Of course, Google is the top. So for the capacity, or for the thing that makes this page to come out as a search result when you type it on Google search bar, is what we call SEO, search engine optimization, right? So now I'm just in practical terms. I'm not trying to use definition and all of those things, right? And SEO is a chain of different activities, right? Different activities that you've done to enable your content or enable your pages to appear when people make searches. So for instance, remember I just put a search word Fasthire, right? But now there's a website from Fasthire, right? There's a Google My Business page from Fasthire. This is a Google My Business page from Fasthire. There are pictures from a Fasthire's Twitter handle. You see YouTube, right? It's still Fasthire's handle. So you begin to wonder, how do this thing, if you go to image sections, right, you see images from Fasthire, right? So how does this happen? This happens through, okay, and of course, that's me if you've already seen my picture there. And if you keep scrolling down, you see a lot of stuff. That's our team in Port Harcourt somewhere. So what makes you do a search and it pops up? That's also another content from us on YouTube. So in short and long and short is the thing you do that makes the thing you do that makes your content rank on search engine or bring out results on search engine report pages is what we call search engine optimization, right? You remember when you go online and you do top 10 musicians in Nigeria or in US, let's use Nigeria since we're in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, right? And you see all these results, all these things are contents on people's websites or people's blogs. So in all the people that have written these contents about top 10 musicians, trust me, there are a lot of contents that have been written. If you go down, you see even down 10 pages, and each of these pages has like 11 or 12 websites. So let's say 10, that means almost 120. If we have 10 here, each page has 10, and it's more than that. So it means more than 120 blogs have written about this one topic. So how does it happen that this content from this particular website is seen first, or these other websites appear on this first page, right? Is through search engine optimization. You have to do that so that for a business owner, for a content writer, it's not just about writing content, it's about writing content that can be seen. It's the same thing with business. It's not just about having a business online. The reason why you're bringing your business online is for your content to be seen. So as content writers, as SEO content writers, your duty is to help brands, help businesses use their content or bring their content to the public. And how can they do that? You have to optimize their content properly. You have to optimize their pages properly for that to happen. Am I making sense? Please, if I'm communicating, just say something or just drop a comment so that I can continue. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
back to the, all right, great. So back to the slide I was sharing. back to the slide I was sharing before I left so that I could explain the just in brief what SEO. So what we're going to be doing throughout this training in the next 4 weeks is to teach you, train you. It's not only teaching you, we're not teaching you, okay, in the sense, yeah, we're going to teach you, but the main idea is to train you, right? The training is the main focus for us, is to train you to be able to do this thing, to have it as a skill which you could monetize, right? The last class in this, the bonus class in this, for people who have seen the timetable, you see, is we're going to also teach you how to monetize the skill. So you see that it's not just about training. Initially, some people who registered for this session, they thought it was a one-off training. We have to tell them, and I had to even do a video explaining this thing. This is not a one-off training. This is not a training one day. It's not a one-day masterclass or 3 days masterclass. No, there's no 3 days masterclass that will teach you SEO content writing. It's a 1 month training. And in that 1 month, we've set apart 12 classes. In that 12 classes, we've said we have different assignments. You have to do them. That's the only way we're sure we're training you, right? So here are some of the expectations we have, some of the expectations we need from you. We want your commitment. Putting up this training is quite stressful. I am not going to lie to you. It's quite stressful. It's demanding of my time, it's demanding of my sacrifice and that of our team, right? Me, myself, and all the people that will be involved in this training, it's going to take us a lot to put this training together. It's going to take us a lot after every work day to come, after work periods to still sit and present to you guys. It's going to take us a lot that when we give you assignments, we have to attend to your assignments and attend to our work, because we're not going to pause our work. We're also going to, so as much as you think it's going to be stressful for you, think of we that are doing it for free. It's also stressful for us. So initially, there were suggestions like to say they have to pay something to come through. I told them, don't worry, I'm also a product of some free trainings. I want to believe that in as much as there are people who abuse this, in as much as there are people who will not take advantage of it, who will come and be dragging their feet, I want to also believe that there are people who will capitalize on it. And I want to believe, because that's why we made the process so strenuous, right? And even till now, as I'm even talking, I'm even saying it, by the time I'm done with this first presentation, and you look at everything I've said, and you find out that you cannot do it, you cannot cope, please just stop from this class, right? Yeah, it sounds like I'm chasing. You want to feel like, oh, he's not even no, I don't need to motivate you at this point. By the time I'm done with my presentation, you feel that you cannot combine it with your work. Don't stress yourself, because you're going to be wasting your time and you're going to be wasting our own time. So we need your commitment to the training and to assignments, right? We don't want scenarios where we're dragging. Yes, I want to drag you. Yes, I want to be sure that I'm helping you get the best, but give me your own commitment to trainings and to assignments. If we say trainings are by 8 p.m., don't give me excuse that, oh, you were doing one thing. Now, in the next 4 weeks, if you're married, talk with your partner. You have a training you're going to be going through in the next 4 weeks. It's just 4 weeks. When you're done with these 4 weeks, you can go back to your normal routine. If you are with your parents, the same thing. If you're a student, find a way to just squeeze your time. If you can't do this thing, let's just stop. You should just stop from class 1. Do you understand? The same thing with assignments. In as much as the assignments will come, we'll also try not to make them too tedious for you, but at the same time, we'll try to also stretch you, because the truth is that even when you gather this skill, when you gain this skill, some of you will be using it as side hustle. And remember that you also need to learn how to combine that side hustle with your main stuff. So even that thing, even this training and the assignments will give you, will be teaching you how, if a client gives you a work, you will learn how to combine it with whatever you're doing. You will learn how to use it to combine with your family, combine with school if you're still in school, combine with work if you're still at work. Am I communicating, guys? Right? Just drop, anytime I'm saying, am I communicating? Just leave a reaction so I know and I continue. So grit. The next thing is grit, right? Like it's still what we're saying. It will demand from you it will demand from you, and you just have to, there are no two ways. The person speaking with you here, trust me, I just finished having an interview by 3, that started by 3. I came back home what time. I've not even rested. And here I am again, and I'm talking, right? When this training starts, I'll be following up with the people that will be training you. I'll be following up on you. I'll be following up on my team. So even me, I'm using grit. You need grit too. So all of us, they say iron sharpeneth iron. So it's not even easy for me. So you too, try and stretch yourself. So focus. I need you focused on this training, right? We need you focused on this training. We need your undivided attention. Just give us 4 weeks. What Richard Okiasi and Fasthire is saying is, give us 4 weeks. Let's train you, and then you can go. In this next 4 weeks, when you sleep and wake up, Richard, Fasthire, because I'll be in your DM. For the people that will progress, the first stage of this class, the first 3 classes, nobody will stress you. I won't even open. People have been asking me, is there a group? No, there's no group yet. The people I will take to the community I'm creating or the group I'm creating, they are the people that will show me this commitment in the first 3 classes. Those are the people I will not take to community, and those are the people that will continue with the other part of the training. The rest, initially we said we just want 20 people. We have over 120 people who registered. This invitation for this class, we have over 40 something people that met our requirements, right? Today we have 26. I don't know if more are coming. Even when we start the other part of the training, now anybody can join at any time. That one, as we start, we lock the group. So you need to prepare yourself. So just know that I'm going to stretch you, and I'm not being wicked, but I want to bring out, you understand? So of course, we're also right attitude is part of the team. Passion. So you need to be passionate about writing, you get, because SEO is nothing without content, right? So you need to know how to create content, right? So you need to be passionate about content. You need to be passionate about how stuffs rank on search engine and all. Then you need to give us time. You need to create time. So I know your time is tight. Please create time for us this period. Does that make sense? Then sacrifice and hard work. I think I've stressed on that already. So that you even know what the opportunities are. Opportunities in SEO, right? So if after learning this thing, after going through the training, after going through the drilling, Richard is going to drill you, what are the opportunities, right? The opportunities in SEO includes being an SEO content writer. So an SEO content writer, for instance, they are the people who write those blog content I told you or I just showed, right? Where it's showing, you get. So you are able to know how to write content, and in 3 months' time, they can appear in a week time, they can appear on search engine, right? You can be an SEO analyst. What does that mean? An SEO analyst, it means that you can analyze a full website, a full content or a full website. You analyze their content strategies and tell them if the strategies they are using will help them get in front of their audience or not. Let's say, for instance, there's a food business in Port Harcourt. They are looking for ways to gain competitive advantage over their other competitors, right? You can analyze, you can create a media, and they can, like I showed you guys, you saw I made just one search, but then you will see interconnectivity between the blog content, the social media handles, both the images from social media in just one search. This is what you can do as an SEO analyst. Website analyst, similar thing. You can analyze a full website's makeup, see the trends, use that trend to give judgment, use that trend to give recommendation to businesses, right? You have that knowledge. A business might just be looking at the website for that purpose, but you can be sending. I have friends who do that. Every day they wake up, they just analyze one website, send the analysis to the company, say, look at what we observed about your website. Give me 1 week, let me create content for you as a test for free. And when you see that the content I've created in the next 2 months is paving way, you can come back to me and strike a deal with me as to help create your web content. People use this as speech. So that's what you can do. You can be a blogger. You can own your own blog, be writing your own content, even to the point where you can get writers along with you. You can be an SEO manager. It's similar. An SEO manager is a combination of an SEO content writer, the analyst, and the website analyst. So an SEO manager encompasses opportunity 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a digital marketing analyst, you already know now that SEO is also there when it comes to social media and even digital space, which includes email marketing, right? So an SEO specialist, I think we don't need to spend more time on that so that we can forge ahead. Now, why should you be serious about this training? You want to ask me. And the reason I'm putting this up is so that you guys are going to be motivated. As much as I've told you that if you can't cope, you stop, I also want to give you the benefit of the doubt. This message or these screenshots are from 2 different business owners. Now, if you see the first message you want here, it said, please, sir, can we discuss about my writer and how you can possibly pick one of the best in this set of trainees to work for me? This is a post I made on my status about the training we're doing. If you can see, he replied to my status and I said, if you registered, I was putting out a message. If you registered for the SEO content training by Fasthire, check your mail. So he is already requesting for the services of people in this training. We have not finished the training, but he's saying, it's Fasthire that want to train these people. I know Fasthire content. I know how their content is. Please, sir, if you finish training, can you give me writer? So there is already opportunity, but I cannot give you that opportunity if I don't see the seriousness. That is why I'm saying that I'm going to drill the people that will stay to the end. Not because I want to drill I want to bring out the baby, because I'm giving you to an organization, or I'm recommending you to an organization, it should be that you're not going to fall my hand. I will know that if they give you a job, you will not be delaying. So the second one by the left is another person altogether. You can see, say, brother, how are you doing? I saw your post on LinkedIn. Well done. For a new business, I need capable persons to handle. You can read the digital marketing, right? Social media management, content writing for all social platforms and websites, preferably female. So people are already making requests, and this came yesterday. You understand? I woke up this morning to meet it because I had already gone to bed by the time this message came. So these are 2 people already, and so the opportunities are there. Another reason why should you take this serious? This is a training, a similar training like we are doing now. Check the access fee that they are charging. Are you seeing it? Check the access fee that they are charging, right? The training is just for 2 days, between 5th of October to 27th. Do you remember how many we are giving you? But these guys are going to be paying $100 to this person. This is not a foreigner, it's a Nigerian, right? 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. So just 2 days. We are giving 3 days in a week. So you need to take this serious. Why else should you listen to me? This is Fasthire's website analytics from January 1st to December 31st, 2023. Between January 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2023, we drove a traffic of 561,000 people to our website. In that 561K, 3.6 million events were recorded in our website. What does event count mean? There's also in one of the trainings I'm going to handle about analytics, for people who have seen the timetable, we're going to be teaching you these analytics and what they mean. But that's another class. But in summary, 3.6 million event count is, if somebody clicked on our website, if somebody clicked something on our website, it's counted as an event. If somebody moved from one page to another page, it's counted as an event. So in the 1 year, people that visited our website did 3.6 M things or activities that were recorded by Google Analytics. This includes both people who went to read other pages, people who moved to place orders with us. So as much as even if you're a business person or you work with business people, you can position your website to use and gain, what's it called now? Users, what's the other word I'm looking for now? Business, right? So this is the third reason why you should listen to me. You're listening to me not because you're listening to me because I do it. So if you look at this part so that it doesn't look like I went to screenshot something from the web, this is our website account. You're seeing it here. See where I'm hovering so that it doesn't look like I went, look at where I'm hovering. So this is another reason why you should take this thing serious, because the guys that are talking to you, they are not bluffing, right? When I say do this, I'm not saying do it because I'm just saying do it. I'm saying do it because I know how it's done. I know it's going to help you. Some days ago, yesterday rather now, one of the people in this class was talking to me and I said, just make out time, come to this class. I'm going to show you how I was able to connect the world. It was just through SEO content writing. If I were to take you guys to our analytics page and show you the nationalities that visit our website, it's another conversation for another day. So let me take you guys through the course modules for this program. Remember, I said if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I'm going to walk you guys through the course modules and even why you're taking those modules or why those modules are important. So our first class is this introduction, which we're doing now. The second class is introduction to content writing. So we want to believe, or I want to believe that to a great extent, there are a lot of people here who are not accustomed to content writing. So before we even go to SEO content writing, let's start and train content. Let's train you guys on content writing first. Let's teach you how to write content. So that is the next class you're going to be having. We're going to be teaching you how to write content, how to be a content writer. Those two things, how to write content, how to be a content writer, will be discussed in the next class. The third class is introduction to SEO content writing and how to pick a niche. I didn't put it here because it's going to be too long. How to pick a niche. What kind of niche? Are you going to be a food content writer? Because you cannot write, you cannot be everywhere. Are you going to be writing on education? Are you going to be writing, excuse me, scholarships? Are you going to be writing about health? Are you going to be writing about money? If you're going to be writing about those things, why would you be writing about them? You understand? And then maybe in the last class, we'll now be talking about these different niche and how you can make money from them. That's for the people that will stick to the end. So that's class 3 and why we need to take class 3. So after teaching you content writing in class 2, in class 3, we now go specifically to SEO content writing, how to begin it. Class 4 will be proofreading and editing. You need to learn how to proofread and edit. So it's not just about writing anything and you don't know how to space, you don't know how to dot, you don't know how to put your punctuations and all of that thing, right? You don't even know if the tone you're writing is the right tone for the content. So in class 4, we're going to be discussing that. And I have some of my colleagues that will come, my team members that will come along to do that. Then by class 4, you will now see my face again. Sorry, class 5, you will now see my face again. Class 2, 3, 4, you would not see me. By class 5, I'll be back to the faculty and I'll be taking understanding search engine ranking factors. So I'll now be teaching you why different contents rank. We'll be analyzing different contents. I'll show you the general reasons why contents rank, and then different things are custom, and you will not be seeing. So sometimes when you do searches on on social media, on Google search bar, you will not be understanding why did this set of contents come up or why did the other ones not come up. So that's class 5. Class 6, creating rich images. We're going to talk about all those images when you do a search on Google and you see images appear. How do you create those images? Do you understand? Those are part of the things. And image backlinks, those are part of the things we'll be talking about in class 6 because they are part of SEO. They are part of SEO, right? So even people who YouTube, how do YouTube thumbnails you get? All of those things are going to be discussed. How to generate SEO content topics will be in class 7. So now how do you generate or how do you get topics to write that would drive traffic to different pages, and as the case may be. That will be in class 7. Class 8, we're going to teach you about blogging. The reason why we added blogging to this is that at the roots of everything SEO content writing is content. And what powers content in this current generation are blogs, right? And yes, automated response chats, bots, and all of that, those things are coming up. You get like your chat GPT to maybe reduce the number of people who do some rigorous searches. But blogging at the heart of all of these, you also need to understand how blogging works. And if you also want to become a blogger, then class 9, we're going to be talking how to review old blog content. So you've written a content or a website has old content. Those contents have stopped bringing in traffic. How do you revive those contents so that they can be bringing traffic again? Then we're also even going to discuss AI or no AI. Should you be using AI content? We're going to be discussing them in class 9. In class 10, understanding analytics and core updates. Remember I said in my previous slide when I was showing you the traffic report from our website, and I was saying, yes, some of the analytics. So we're going to be discussing how to understand those analytics, what you can learn from them. Then in class 11, we're going to be talking about Google Core Updates, and in class 12, we're going to be talking about how to make money from your SEO writing skill. So the training process that you're going to go through so that you understand, there will be classes, there will be assignments, there will be tasks, there will be review of the assignments that were given to you. There will be group work if group work is needed. There will be corrections, which is same thing as review. That's what I'm saying. It's going to really demand from us. So as much as we can, we want the people who will not even be serious to start dropping as early as possible, so that the stress that we are going to face will reduce. So extra learning resources would make those available for you. Now, for the purpose of this training and to ensure that we are all on the same page, there is a writing challenge for this training, because we believe at Fasthire that you are a writer because you write. This is SEO content writing training. You can't go through the training just by coming, listening to us. No. Everybody's going to we're going to start a writing challenge from tomorrow. You're going to write a piece of content every day for the next 30 days. Now, that piece of content does not have to be 1,000 words. It could be 200 words. It could be 300 words. It could be 500 words. But you have to write something and you have to publish it on the web. Now, the platform we're going to be using for this writing challenge is LinkedIn. So you will need a LinkedIn account. If you do not have a LinkedIn account, you need to create one today, right? I'm going to drop a link. So because of the people who are not on LinkedIn and the people who probably are on LinkedIn but haven't optimized or set up their account properly, we just created a video that will guide you on how to set that up. And even in the video, we put a freebie so that people who go through the training, if you already have a LinkedIn account that is optimized, you might not bother yourself. So I've dropped the link now. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, we explained how to create a LinkedIn account, right? And if you do not know how to optimize, maybe you have, but you don't know how to optimize the LinkedIn account, this same link, we have explained it. So you check or copy out the link now. So you need a LinkedIn account for this training, because the challenge we're going to be doing is going to be carried out on LinkedIn every single day. Remember what I said, you're going to be creating a content. Now, I'm going to show you something. For instance, you want to say, oh, I don't know what to write. How am I going to come up with content? I'm going to bring you to this website. It's called answerthepublic.com. I'm also going to leave Let me leave the website URL now in the comment section. Oh, okay. I think, can I share? Okay, I think I can chat. Can I? Okay, yeah, I can. So let me drop this here. So answerthepublic.com. Now, that's the link. I've dropped that already. What happens on this site is that you can go to this site and put, let's say for instance, what content do you like? If you like food, you can just come here and write food. I hope you guys are seeing my screen. Please use a reaction if you're seeing my screen. Use a reaction. All right, perfect. So just a little intro, because this tool or this website, we're also even going to explain it in detail in one of those classes. But for instance, if maybe you get a client who is not in Nigeria that wants you to write content for their site and you're doing content research, you can come and toggle this place and change the country to the person's country so that your search will be focused on the person's country, right? But that's for another time. So let's just focus on Nigeria. So let's say food. I'm just using, for instance, food. I'll just do a search. So I'm teaching you how to generate content for your 30 days writing challenge so that you will not say, I ran out of idea. I did not know what to write, right? You can just come here. So this website is going to give you a list of questions, a list of things that people talk about, people yap about, you understand? So in food alone, let's come here and see. Will food poisoning cause death? You just see questions and questions. All these questions, you can use it and create content per day, right? Per day. So there are a lot of content here. You can even change your idea for another day, but you want to be consistent. You can say, let's say writing. So since we're having a writing training, let's say writing, you can just come type writing and do the search, right? It's going to show you questions that people ask about writing, conversations people are having on the web about writing. You can start putting in your own take. You can start putting your voice, and that is how you begin to gain credibility. Because we want to be sure that at the end of the training, when we present you, or when you present yourself as somebody who has finished this training, you would have had maybe a thread, or what's it called? There's a word I'm looking for now. A trace of content of stuff you've been putting on the web. And there's something on LinkedIn that is called an article. So sometimes you can create not just as a post, you can create that stuff you're creating as an article. That is how, if you do not have a website, you can start branding yourself. So because remember that I said, one of the things we're going to do in the last part of this training is to show you how to, what's it called now, monetize the skill. But we want you to have started building something that can be monetized. There are other sites that can be used for this, let's say Medium. But we don't want to use Medium because not everybody comes to Medium, you get. But on LinkedIn, people can stumble across your content, for instance. You get, people can come across your content. I'm trying to look for some of my articles, right? I hope I can find them. So I wanted to show you guys how articles look like on LinkedIn. So beg your pardon. All right, great. So now, okay, this is an article I wrote, I don't know how long now, right? It could be 2023. Okay, great. So this is an article I wrote. As you can see, this is barely how many words? If you look at it, it's maybe just 300 words. I've created my content, right? So for us, for us to track the people doing this, we're all going to be using a hashtag, similar hashtag, which I'm dropping now. So also copy this out. You need a LinkedIn. So some people can say, can't I write on Facebook? Yes, you can write on Facebook, no problem. But come to LinkedIn and write on LinkedIn, because we believe that LinkedIn has the place that will expose you to global clients and all the rest, right? I hope I'm making sense. Am I communicating? Am I communicating, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So I can continue. So I'm going to go back to my slide. Where's my slide? Here you are. So I'm going to, sorry. So back to my slide. So the 30 days writing challenge starts tomorrow. You have the hashtag. You have the hashtag to use. So I want to see the hashtags and I want to follow the hashtag, right? And no, for people who don't have LinkedIn account, you have to create. There is no two ways about it. You get, for the purpose of this training, even if you say after the training you abandon, no problem. I will know that I've helped you achieve something. You have to create a LinkedIn account. There is a flyer that you can use for the first post you're going to make. The first post you're going to make can even be simple. It could just be, oh, I'm starting a content writing training by Fasthire, and you get, the training is going to take this shape or that shape, you get, and I'm looking forward to, so you people should even be ready to start patronizing me when I'm done. It could be as simple as that. Yes. So I'm going to also tell you guys some of the monetization. So, okay. So, but before I go to that, one of the importance of creating content now, or starting your content creation journey online now, is that when people see the content you're creating, first, people see that, oh, you did a training, 30 days training. People will be anticipating what that thing is. And just for you to gain confidence in yourself, there's one thing, if you have put yourself out in the public that you're starting a content training, you know that there are people who will be looking out for it. That's why LinkedIn is important. So when I say you need a LinkedIn account, it's not just for the purpose of having it. It's going to help you. And we all should be connected. Like I said, if you're on LinkedIn, send me a connection. Is Richard Okiasi on LinkedIn. And if you're creating an account, if you don't have your account optimized, check that video, optimize your account, so that when you start creating content, it's going to make sense. People, when it drives people to look at your status, it's going to make sense. I'm not limiting you. You can also put out your post on your WhatsApp status, Facebook, and Instagram, as the case may be, so that people are looking forward to it. So that people who need your services or need the kind of services that content writers render would already be anticipating in the next 30 days. And as the training goes, you can be updating them how your training is going. It keeps people involved, and you don't know who is watching and waiting to pay you for your service by the time you're done. That is why the synergy is important. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is what I have to cover. I'm going to take your questions now. So you have question about this training, you have question about something, leave your race, maybe just indicate, and so I can take questions. Just indicate so that I can take questions. Who has question for me? You want to know more about how the process will be, you have a comment about something, let's be active. Please, we should be active in this. So any question, right? Okay, I'm seeing two hands. Okay, let's go. Divine or her, ask a question, then Lillian would ask after you. Divine, you can unmute and ask.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. The question I want to ask is just very simple, but I want to clearly understand the difference between content writing and blogging, because I'm getting confused right now. Thank you.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you for your question. Okay, so for people on LinkedIn already, I've dropped my LinkedIn URL. So send me a connection request so that we get connected. You can just leave a note when sending that you're from the SEO training. For people who are going to send their connection, create their LinkedIn later, that's also the link. Copy these links out now and keep them aside so that we all will be on the same page. So for the person who asked the question, let me answer your question. Are you with me? Hope you're with me. Lillian that writes, I'm also going to come to you. So content writing, right? Let me say PTDF scholarship personal statement, for instance. So content writing, right? So I open this. So that's actually a search, and it brought out a content from our site. So and that content was written by me, as you can see the name here. All right. So this was scholarship, right? So content writing is me writing this content. So I wrote this content, right? I wrote this content. The image, what's it called? The video, not inclusive. We're just talking about the content alone. So writing the content in this page, knowing how to arrange your content, knowing how to put your content in headers. So what we mean by headers, for instance, this is a header. So, but this is a H3. This is a header 3, and there's a header 2. A header like this is header 2. A header 2, sorry, something like this is header 2, right? So it means that writing content sequentially, right? So writing the content on this page is content writing. Now, blogging entails writing the content, publishing it on a website. So the person who wrote this content, for instance, I wrote this content, I proofread the content, I set it up on before you're seeing this thing here, there is something that went on at the back end of this particular website before this content could come to the surface, right? So the blogger is the person who does that work of setting up the content. A blogger also would be skilled in content writing. Do you understand now? Where's the person that asked the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand you, sir. Yes, sir.
So content writing is you're just writing this content here. You understand? So I talked about rich text. This is what we call rich text, right? We would come into that later, right? In another training, right? So when you do a search and you go to the image section, rich images rather, and you're seeing different images, that's what rich images mean. So how do you create rich images? So this is a rich image from Fasthire. Where is this rich image coming from? If you look down here, you see Fasthire, right? So you see another PTDF. This is also coming from Fasthire. So all of these things are part of the things that a blogger does. While a content writer is just writing the content, the work of the blogger is to analyze and see all the ranking factors that can help a particular content rank, putting them together, right, in the content and publishing it. Do you understand? Are you there? All right,
yes,
I
sir.
think
Yes,
I've answered. All right, great. I think I've answered his question. So Lillian that writes, let's hear your question.
All right. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me?
Good evening, Lillian. Go ahead, I can hear you.
We can
All
hear
right.
you.
All right, so I want to ask, you were talking about the content you're to use for our challenge, starting from tomorrow. So I want to ask, um, I'm a storyteller. I'm more of a storyteller. So
Okay.
is storytelling also like, can I make use of storytelling as content that I would like to use for this challenge?
So that's why in class 3, we have something we put together and said how to pick a niche. You see that we properly sat down to think of everything that is supposed to, all the ingredients that are supposed to come together to make you successful. Storytelling is good. Storytelling is nice. But the question, by the time we're done with this training, you might now start asking yourself is storytelling what you want to use to earn in SEO content writing? If you continue with storytelling, would it help you make money as an SEO content writer? In SEO content writing, you're writing content that will drive, that are searchable, that will drive traffic. So if you're writing a story, you also now have to know how to tailor your content to people who love stories, which you will now want to ask how many or how easy is it to get to them, or how easy is it to get people who will pay you to write stories online. Now, writing stories as a book is different now, because what this training is about is the ones for online. So for instance, if I type job vacancies in Italy for English speakers, right? As I'm doing this search here in Nigeria, a Ghanaian in Ghana can be making the same search. A Kenyan can be making the search because they also speak English. A Liberian who also, is it Liberian? I'll be Liberian. Okay, Liberian there. Liberian, that's a country. They can be making this search because they also speak English. Somebody in Cayman Islands can be making this search because they speak English. And perhaps they are looking for job opportunities in Italy. So it shows you the pool of opportunities that writing this content will have is searchable. It's possible that people will make this search. Somebody can make this search in Port Harcourt. Somebody can make this search in Lagos. Somebody can make it in Benin. Now, if you're writing, or if you want to position yourself to be writing stories, when we come to SEO line, how often do people start looking for stories as a content? You get? So you want to first learn the general ones that it will be easy to find people who can pay you for. Then you can now maybe put or still follow up this one, right? Because in the niches that pay more in SEO content writing, you have wealth or money, as the case may be. You have health, you have education, you have careers, you have pets. These are the niches that you can be writing content. You see people who pay for content. You can write content. A lot of people are looking for it. So it's just to help you. You understand? It's just to help you. So you even in the storytelling, because in SEO content writing, there are certain criteria that contents have to follow. You understand? In terms of putting headers, storytelling is quite different. You get? That's why if you want to have a story blog that will sell, you either have to be a celebrity, or you have to, you understand, SEO might not be your thing to use to promote a storytelling blog. You get? So that's just it. I think more would come in the class on how to pick a niche. I hope so. That is why you need to leave your storytelling for now and come down to this side. You get.
Okay, I get you, but I have something else to ask.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, so with what you just explained, a thought just came to my head, and I want to ask if it makes sense.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm too addicted to storytelling, but I want to just ask. Okay, like just like you sent that link to answer the public that stuff. So I
Yeah.
want to ask, what if I eventually make, also in the education field, because I'm also a teacher. So what if I now say, okay, I would like to work on, like, make content on education, and then while I'm making content on education, I use storytelling. I add a bit of storytelling, like, to captivate or spice it up. It's not going to be storytelling, like there's a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah, I
storytelling,
guess.
you get.
Yeah, yeah. That works. Yeah, there are people that do that in their content. Yes, it works. There are people, there are different writing styles. Geez, if you see some people's writing style, you will be marveled. There are people that, when you see writing style, I've seen content, I've read contents that it started like they are narrating for someone like me, I don't do that. I usually I wonder how these guys come up with it. Someone like me, I'm usually just direct. And because my ideology is that people who are reading online have very short attention span. So you have to keep the ball rolling. But there are people who have comfortably done it and captured people's mind. There's this website, let me say Goldie. Let me see. I don't know if I'm spelling it well now. She has a website. It's a storytelling website. Yeah, but what's that her website now? Let me see if I can find out that her website. I know she has just a minute. So because of your sake, I just remembered her. She has one of the best storytelling websites in Nigeria. But like I said, what it took her to build that, and when she built it, it's not now, right? Now, some things are quite different. Okay, so here's the website. So she tells stories. Her website, she tells stories. She tells fascinating stories about romance and all and all. You get. That's how she started before she now branched out to other things. So I think my life, okay, this is one of our stories. So she used to tell stories when she started, before she branched out to other area. Then she would tell stories about romance, stories about life in certain places, horror stories, you understand. But her own is more like building a blog, as opposed, okay, so these are stories, right? So you can take note of this website, so you can also look at them. But one thing I'm going to show you is the structure of the post, right, is quite different. You understand? I think this is a poem. It's quite different now with an SEO content. So they are not the kind of content you just go on Google and you're searching. You either have to know, like you see now, there's no way I will go and be typing hunger pangs on search bar. It's because I've gone to our website that I can start doing that. But what we're talking about in SEO content writing is that people don't even need to know your website, but they need to have a burden, they need to have a concern to want to learn about something, and you have written a content waiting for them, and the day they will make that search so that they will come to your site. You understand? So yes, you can put that, you can write educational content, any content at all. Even finance, you can be writing a finance content about insurance and start with a story of a man that did not insure his house and lost everything, and you understand, and that is why this topic is important. So you can always add your own flair, and people would resonate with you for what makes you unique. You understand? So yeah, that is also possible and doable.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I
All
appreciate.
right, thank you, Lillian. Is that what's your name, Lian or Lillian?
Lillian, but I just like being called Lian.
Okay, all right, thank you. So I don't bite my tongue. I would prefer the one I can pronounce. So who is asking the next question? Happiness. If you're gonna, okay, if you're gonna go ahead with the question.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. And good
Hello.
evening, everybody. Can you hear me well, just to confirm?
I can. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to ask as regards the LinkedIn and the writing challenge. Some of us that have been on LinkedIn and probably don't have an active engagement or been engaging the platform. I have a concern that, like for instance, now myself, I'm a creative and also in the academia that is studying in school. And LinkedIn over time has been painted as a professional space for what you do as far, then some of us, like me, I'm more active as a creative, right? So I'm thinking, how do I not, can I start out writing on SEO now, more like a creative passion, yeah, on my profession, because the LinkedIn I have set up years before, and I just put out my professional career path as I'm studying agriculture, soil scientist, soil chemistry, just in that, like, can I merge both of those activities now? I'm a creative in the sense that I'm a video editor. I do a couple of things around the creative space, photography and the likes. Can I have all of that happening all in one profile and not make it look, here and there, that kind of idea? So should I go and create a different LinkedIn?
No, you don't.
Or should I use the same one? I think that was the
You don't
question there.
Okay. You're done with the question? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me address. So you don't need to create a new LinkedIn account, right? And you don't also, the fact that you maybe studied a different course with whatever you're doing doesn't even negate what you can do. So for instance, I studied petroleum engineering, right? When you go to my profile, I write about businesses, I write about writing, I write about careers and education. Now, you are already in the creative space. How about writing content or learning how to write SEO to promote your creative skill, right? So if you have the knowledge of SEO and you can write content that will drive customers to your page, that will drive people to your page to book your service, how does that sound? So I'm going to show you a profile. I hope I can see. Okay, so just I hope I'm going to see this profile. God, I wish today is not the day where I would not see it. I really wish I want to see it, just like I did for Lillian. I am praying I don't miss there is a profile I want to show you. He's a graphic designer. He's a graphic designer, and every day he puts out content about the graphic design he did per day. It might be a book cover he did. He will just take a screenshot of the book. Let me just see if I can find it, because I can't see it. Let me just hope. How can I find this person now? What's his name? I've forgotten his name. Let me use keyword. So this is also what LinkedIn optimization help you do. And this is also part of the SEO we're talking about. Now, see, I'm putting ebook graphic designer. I'm trying to see if I can find a particular person. Imagine if you were the person that has positioned yourself to get found when somebody puts ebook graphic designer. So that video we sent also explains some of the ways you can edit or optimize your page so that when you put or when people make searches like this, they find you. Today is just, I knew that today that I would be looking for that account now, I won't see it. There's even somebody I know that sells shoes on LinkedIn. So, but what the person does is they advertise only the corporate shoes and then write content around it and drop on LinkedIn. And you are, as a corporate, because it's a corporate platform, you are looking or remembering your shoe or the shoe you want to get. You slide to their DM, you try to see what's available, and that's how it goes. So I hope maybe after today or after now, I'm just guessing that's when I'll see that account again. I'm going to share the account with you. You can just go through the profile and see what the person has been doing over the years. So in summary, so that the whole thing I'm trying to pass does not get lost, you have been on LinkedIn for a while, you've not really been active, or you've positioned yourself for this. We're not changing your positioning. We're just saying you're adding a skill to whatever you're doing. There are people that are doing something and they start a training on certain skills, and then they get the certification. It adds to what they are doing, does not take away from what they are doing. You understand? So there are also people who on their profile, you see that they have a combination of stuff. So for instance, in my profile, you see CV writer, author, SEO content writer, LinkedIn profile writer. So all of these are also in relation, right? Or are related. It's the same way they will have a combination of some skills on their profile. So it also does not negate anything. So you see this person, writer, social media manager, helping content. So he also does not negate. Your own is even better because it's content. You're doing picture content at the same time, written content. So it's not out of it. So you just need to clean the cobwebs in your account if you've not been using your LinkedIn for quite a while. And the other good thing now is that everybody, or once the hashtag, I dropped the hashtag, so everybody should copy the hashtag. So once you create your post and use that hashtag, when you click the hashtag, you see other people that created the post and use the hashtag. You automatically know that these people are from the same training with you. You guys can now even connect with one another. So we have about 29 people here. So if by tomorrow we have, or as the day goes, we start seeing the hashtags rolling out, you connect with those people and they even see, oh, this person is from the same training. You people start connecting and can now start sharing content and helping each other's content. Now, for the part or the other part where people see LinkedIn as a professional high horse that nobody can climb, that's false. Don't get caught up in that this thing. LinkedIn is just a social platform, just that it's filled more with corporate people. So whatever you're just going to do is more formal than maybe when you're on Instagram or Facebook. So, but aside that, you're not supposed to be carried away. Anybody, you can even be an engineer outside the world and decide to be identified as a content creator on LinkedIn. People do that. There are people who are geologists, you get, but on LinkedIn, they are promoting their CV writing service or career coaching service, but they are geologists in real life. So in LinkedIn, you just pick, you understand, it shouldn't change whatever you're doing or whatever you can pursue. And even as you start, it doesn't mean that's the way you would stay forever. You can start today in this area. You can optimize and change things and get better in other areas. I think I've flogged on this, your question, and I hope I've really, really made you understand. So, but send me a connection on LinkedIn so that when I see that profile, or I will find a way to connect that profile. So for every other person that is going to be connecting with me on LinkedIn, when you put out your post, ensure the hashtag, you use the hashtag. So you can use the hashtag, you can customize the, what's it called? The image, the graphic, and use that. For people who want to take graphic content writing, or who want to really go into content writing is a good way to start. What's the word now? What's the word? Advertising yourself. Advertising yourself. I thought I saw a question. How do you ensure that the writing content is properly structured and correct when one does not have writing skill? So for that question, that is why we're having class 2 and 3, which is going to be teaching you class 2, 3, 4, which is more about content writing. But for structuring, it shouldn't be too much. You can make sense, or you can make sense of content. So just ensure to put them together. You can make sense of, you can write stuff. You've been writing stuff since God knows when. So you can put those things together and just write, right? By the time this week is over, would have had class 2 and 3, you would have also sharpened your writing skill so that things get better. But I don't think it would be too bad for you to create a content. Like I said, it shouldn't be 1,000 words or 500 words. It could just be 200 words. It could even be 100 words. You get just talk about something, but just be sure that you've started that process of writing. I hope I answered the question for the person. And then there are other, you can even use, you can also, for the sake, get ahead of us, you can go to, what's it called, YouTube, and watch how to structure content. Do we have a video tutorial on that? I think we do, but so start searching for it now. So, all right. Any other question? If there are no questions, we can call it. Lillian, do you still have a question, or it's the previous question you wanted to ask?
I still have a question.
All right, shoot.
I have a question.
Shoot. Please raise hand, though, so that we know. I'm using people that raise hand to know before. If you have question, please identify. Lillian, go with your question.
All right. So I just remember something. I see most people use this LinkedIn website, and then I saw that there is the app.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, which is better? Is it the app or website? Because most people I know make use of the websites more. And
you need the app. You should have the app on your phone. So that's why it's even important. That's why we're doing this. Have the app on your phone. Download the app from Play Store, or
I have the app. I have the app.
Yeah, use the app. There's no difference. You're seeing me on the site here because I'm using my PC. On my phone, I would not be using the website. On the phone, I use the app. So there's no difference. It's just that when you're trying to optimize your account, for instance, there are certain things you would not be able to do with the app. You just have to do it on PC. Let's say, for instance, you want to customize your URL. So let me take you there. It's like you people even need LinkedIn, what's it called? Class. But check that video first. At least it's going to do a lot. So as you can see here, you see my name, right? And that is why that link I sent to you guys will see that it's just linkedin.com/in/Richard Okiasi. But for some people, when they check their own, it's not like this. You'll be seeing numbers and it's not properly optimized. So this function, you can't do it on your phone. It has to be done on PC. That's just the one thing with the phone version. But aside that, you should, so as you can see here, is customized to my own name. So you can do that with the PC version, but you can't do that on the phone version. But every other thing you should be able, even creating articles, you should be. So again, look at my LinkedIn URL now, ensure you connect. I have dropped the website for Answer the Public. I'm going to drop it again. For people who say, I don't know what to write, or I did not know what to write, use this website. I'm going to send it here again. So check the comment section now, so that tomorrow you not say, I did not see it. I've sent 2. Then for the flyer, that you use for the first post, that's the one announcing that you're taking a training. Here is it. Somebody has recently shared the, what's it called? The hashtag. So remember that when you make a post, ensure you check out other people who have made that. Just click on the hashtag. It will show you other people who have made posts using that hashtag. Just know that those people are still from this same training so that you can connect with them for shared interest and also help like your content and give it more visibility. I've dropped the 4 links. Copy it now so that you will not say I'm not seeing it again. I have dropped the 4 links. Copy them now. So we have another question. Who is the person that has question? Please shoot your question. And I think that's the last question we're going to treat before we call it a day.
Yeah, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, how do you derive these images to attach your content with when you put it on LinkedIn?
Okay, I think that is it class? That's the class we're going to be, is it class 4? The class 5, right? But that's notwithstanding, in that class, we're supposed to show you properly how to do that. But that notwithstanding, first thing you have to know about images, online images, is that you can't go on Google and pick just any image you see. So please, as content writers or upcoming content writers, don't go on Google and just pick any image. We have free image websites like Canva where you can go and get images. Yeah, where you can go and get. We also have iStock, right? iStock images, free. So any image you use from this website, your website will not be flagged, or your brand will not be flagged, or the person you're writing his content, they will not get flagged. You get for that. Now, on these sites, you can go through the search and you have the opportunity to make search according to the kind of image you want. Let's say, for instance, you're writing, I think, what's wrong with Canva? Let's say, for instance, you're writing, what's it called? You're writing an image about food, right? Let me see. I would have used iStock for this one. Let me see. Okay, let me just do. So I'm just going to do create design. So I'm going to use block banner. Just going to say block banner. So automatically it has the size for block banner. So I click on block banner, right? So block banner is this one here. Block banner is this one here. It's also different from block image. Block image are those ones within the image, but we have a training session that will talk about that in full. So network is just slow here. So the same thing with iStock. So iStock also gives you, so you can always create an account. I don't have an account on iStock, so you can just sign in, and then on iStock you can search. If it's animals, you can search the name of the animal. If it's pretty black woman, you can type pretty black woman. Handsome dark man, type handsome dark man. You can type Bitcoin. It will show you images of Bitcoin that you can use. So network is a bit slow, and that's what's holding Canva. If not, I will just search for the images. Pinterest, I don't think you should use images from Pinterest on your website so that Google will not flag your website. Don't use images from Pinterest. They are not free images. You understand? They are not free images so that Google will not flag you. So because there's also something we call plagiarism. So both on content and both on images, and people can report your site for that. So use free image sites. It must come from free image sites. What's wrong now? This thing is taking time to load. So, but iStock, Canva, there are a couple of other ones, right? We can always use them to create or get images that you use. We have a class where that one will also be explained in full detail. So, but I think you get the gist. Yeah, that one, the question, the person asking the first assignment of writing content, which can be like 200 words, that one I automatically see it from your LinkedIn. So that is why you all have to also connect with me on LinkedIn, right? You have to connect with me on LinkedIn. But if it is taking you time, if by evening you've not set up your LinkedIn or you've not finished optimizing it, send it to the mail, send the content or the link, because it has to go online. So I don't just want you to create it. So because I want you to start putting yourself out there. The reason why we're pushing you is that we know that a lot of people suffer from imposter syndrome. We will train and talk, but that push to make that first step, they will be lagging. So me, Richard, does not want you to suffer imposter syndrome. So from the first day, I want to start pushing you out there so that you'll be confident in yourself, so that after 1 month, when you were hearing me say, okay, correct this, you get confidence in what you're writing, that somebody who has been in it has helped sharpen my knowledge. So you will not have imposter syndrome to put out your content. Some people are always scared, oh, will people like it? Will people not like it? Don't worry. So far, I like it. For now, I should be your only concern. So far, I'm saying post it. Don't mind every other thing. Shut the word out and listen to me.
Sorry, I have one last question.
All right, go
on. The 30-day writing challenge. Once we pick, maybe let's say we'll pick a topic, let's say for example, food or finance or tech or health. Are we going to keep writing on that same topic for 30 days, or we can choose on that topic?
Yeah, within the period, you can decide to change.
Okay. All right.
You can decide to change. Yeah, you can decide to change.
Claire, I also have a question.
Go ahead.
So since you're talking about pictures,
who is asking the question? Okay, still Liam.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
The pictures that the link for that picture you sent is now for what exactly?
It's for the band. It's for the what's it called now? The graphic design for the post. So just click on the link. You will see the image there. The image is to be used for the post. So the post announcing that you're currently undergoing a training, that's the image. So you can either customize that, you understand? And like I said, it's already like your first step to publicizing yourself and your skill. Because hear this and hear it well. You will not go through all this stress, put in time, pay for your data to attend these classes, right? And after the training, you will now still come and be folding your hands. So start now to put yourself out there. So when you come out and say you're a content writer or you're an SEO content writer, people can look back and know when you started the journey. It also adds to when you're saying, because you're not just a roadside. You understand? So all of these things come together. You're publicizing yourself now. And like I said, we're trying to also tackle imposter syndrome that some of you might face. We want to push you out there. We want you to have confidence in yourself. You understand? Even if you're going to hide under the banner of Fasthire for the first couple of months, no problem. So we are ready to say that we train this person. If the person even make mistake, or you come, we go rewrite the content for you, as the case may be. You get? I hope there are people that, I hope everybody here understands Pidgin. Let me not. So that's part of this. So that's why that image is there. You get, so that every other person using the image is also, you can see the people using that. So for shared value, to also support one another, to gain confidence in one another. That's also why we want to use one platform, which is LinkedIn. Because if you say post on any platform you like, so some people can post on IG, some people can post on Twitter, you understand? So we need that shared energy between all of you. That's why we're also deciding to say, everybody, no matter what you do, use LinkedIn at the end of the day. You can post on other networks, but let's do LinkedIn. You understand? And as you see the people who are posting in the next 2 days or in the next couple of days, we know that they are from the same training. Connect with them and support them, support your content, they will also support your content. I hope I'm making sense. So somebody has dropped a sample of his own that he has done. You understand? So he can use that and just make a post. I'm starting a 30 days SEO content training. You guys should be ready for me. All of you that have been giving SEO content writing jobs to people, be ready. Your boy, your girl will be ready in 30 days to take all your gigs. This is see, you have to be bold and confident in this thing. Do you get? My boss used to say something that sometimes people who don't know are more confident than people who even know. You understand? Because when you're trying to make everything, you want everything to be perfect. There are people who don't even know half of what you know, and they're already milking and making money. You understand? So I don't want, after going through this stress, and I'm not seeing you guys doing exploit. So I want to push you people out there. You have to start doing things and doing things. All right. So any other question? Any other question?
Sorry, I want to ask a quick one.
Okay.
So just in case, because it will not be nice for us to just open the account. For me, since I don't have a LinkedIn account, I have to open probably this night. So it will be nice to just, when you open and I start posting. So is it proper to make a post this night after I open it, or tomorrow
Why not?
morning before?
Who are you waiting for? Who is coming to police you? Is there anybody you're owing? Create your account, make your post.
Okay.
Create your account, set it up. So far you set up your account, create your account, make your post. Are you owing somebody? The other people that are making their posts on these social platforms, did you restrict them from when and how they will make their posts? Create your account, say, this is who I am, currently undergoing this. Just, even as it can even be your introduction, a brief intro about me, and something else you might not know. I'm starting a 30-day content writing. I'm aspiring to be a content writer. Who is stopping you? There's nobody stopping you. Please do your thing. Any other question? So I think we're going to call it a day in the absence of any question. So the next class, right? The next class you're going to be having is on content writing. Like I've already said, introduction to content writing. This is the lady that is going to be taking you through that training. Her name is Success 1G, and you can see a bit of her profile there. So you can see a bit of her profile there. She'll be the one taking you in introduction to content writing. So that class would be on Friday. How many of you have the timetable? If you have the timetable, let me see a thumbs up. If you have the timetable, you receive the timetable we sent, indicate with a thumbs up. The training timetable, if you have the training timetable, Raji, who else? You guys should respond. Who has the training timetable? Because I know we sent it to everybody, okay? Who else? Who else has the training timetable? Okay. Please just be indicating. If you don't have the timetable, just drop a comment that you don't have it. So you guys can see that we are really, this is not just we're not just doing this anyhow. We are properly prepared, you get, because We know the people out there that are supposed to be looking out for us. They are not looking out for us. So now we're trying to help one another. You understand? We're trying to help one another build ourselves. Say the people who are supposed to build or don't want to build. So take these things serious. Am I making sense? All right. So that's the person that will be taking your next class. Her name is Success YG. He's a bit of a profile. She is going to be taking you people on introduction to content writing. And after that, this next class is also introduction to content and SEO content writing. So that will now be the second class she's going to take. You get, so we're properly prepared for you guys. At any point, like I said, most people are asking for a group. I'm not creating any group yet. The people I'll put in the group are the people I know that they are serious, and I'll be monitoring both their. Today now we've given tasks. So you will not say that there was no task. I'm giving tasks. The task is the writing challenge. For people who don't have the LinkedIn account, the task is to create your LinkedIn account, set it up, make your post. You understand? The task is to create your customized flyer or banner, the case may be. Make your post. If you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, do that. Let's get connected so that we'll know what we're doing. Go through the timetable, see the different timing. Like I said in the beginning, if there's anybody you need to communicate with, your boyfriend, your spouse, your however, oh, please, this next couple of days, I have so and so training. I'll be needing your, please don't just give me this period. Please do that. If you need to be closing early from work so that you can get home, rest, do that. Because we too were inconveniencing ourselves to get you people this knowledge, So that said, and in the absence of every other question, if okay, ask your question. I think that's the last question I'm going to take.
Okay, it's not really a question. It's more of just inquiry. So the time fixed for our classes are 8 o'clock.
Yes, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. And frankly, in this era of walking away from work, 8 p.m. is almost engraved on stone for most other activities, as much as it has been really emphasized that we should not miss out on activities. I saw that the meetings are being recorded. Would these classes be uploaded on a platform where we could always double back?
The purpose of the recording, I want to even stop you from there. The purpose of these trainings and the recording is not for you to come and be asking me, sir, the link. Nobody. The purpose of the training, attend the trainings. Don't wait for recording after training. I'm not going to be doing that. So attend your classes. Sorry for sounding the way I'm sounding, but I have to sound the way I'm sounding because, like I said, it's also taking us a lot. If you need to excuse yourself for some certain things, those things can always continue. And of course, you can always also learn this skill some other time, whichever it is for you at the moment. So yeah, 8 p.m. is engraved in stone for so many other things, but we still found out that 8 p.m. is the best time we can do this. If we do 7 p.m., some people might still be on the road. We can't do 9 p.m. because it's already cutting into the dark or the night. So 8 p.m. is also still the best time. So whatever you have to excuse for the purpose of this training for this period, and we have specific dates. That's why you have the timetable. So you even know before time. So anything that is good, you have to start excusing it. We have said that our trainings are Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, right? Wednesdays, that's the only training we'll have during work days. 8 p.m. and max 10 p.m. we should be done with the trainings. And Fridays, that's already the weekend. Sunday, also the weekend. So it's best for us. So you have to try. I know it might not be easy, but you have to try. You get, even if I'm even going to share recording or replay, it's for people that attended class, not people that did not. So it's a very strict this thing. The way we even do it is that we'll lock the classes. It's only people that attended and will add their mail. You can only access it through mail.
Okay, sir. Because that's what I wanted to also
All
mention, that
right.
we might need to go over the class again just for repetition, sometimes even when attending. So that's why I was asking if the recorded versions will be shared.
Okay, I think I already answered you. Divine or her? Have I taken
All
your
right.
question?
Yes, mine is not actually a question. I actually want to applaud you once again. And as a way of, reaching out to everybody, suggesting that there should be a WhatsApp group, that will be able to accommodate all the participants. Thank you very much, sir.
Have you been in, when did you join the training?
I joined the training this night, yeah.
Yeah, when did
Well,
you, at what point? Did you, were you here from the beginning?
no, I had a network issue.
When
I
did you
joined
join? At what point?
8:30.
Like, what was I saying when you joined? Or what slide was I in?
Actually, you're talking about the courses, like the courses we are going to undergo.
Okay. I don't know if I had mentioned before then or after then when you joined, if really you joined by that time, that I'm not creating any group. I'm only going to create a group for the people who scale to the next phase of this class. If you check your timetable, this class has 3 modules. There is introduction / content writing, which takes the class 1 to class 4. By class 2 is SEO, search engine optimization. That's a class 5 to class 8 now. I'm class 7. I can't remember again now. So people that will make it to that set, those are the people that will create a group for. So I'm not trying to create a group where I'll just gather people. No, I want to be sure that people who are in the group are people who can do this and take it to the end. So group now, no. Group when we are done with this foundation stage, and I see those who are serious, those are the people I'll create a group for. And those are the people I think you did not meet the request for writers that I was already getting. Those are the people I can also recommend for these people who are asking me for writers. So if you want to get to that point, stick around, do the right things, and we'll see how it goes. Abraham, your question. That's the last question I'm taking. Blessing, I thought you've asked your question. Sorry, Blessing raised before you. Blessing, go ahead with your question. After Blessing, Abraham, that's the last question I'm taking. So no other question. Go ahead, Blessing and Abraham.
All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, sir, for the knowledge Pastor Chris is giving. Grateful. Okay, my question is that for those of us, due to the assignment submission, for those of us that have been having issues with our LinkedIn account, is it possible to use our email, like submit through the email?
No, I don't even need the purpose of the challenge. Yeah, at least for the assignment for this particular training is not, the purpose is to push you out there. So if you're having challenge with your LinkedIn, what's the challenge? Let's even start from there.
Like, I've been trying to retrieve my account.
For how many years now?
Not yet.
For how many days? What happened?
Few months, a month back.
What happened?
I think it has to do with change of number. I use my phone number. So,
so you create another one.
Okay.
That's the long and short. So the thing is, I also want to caution people who use LinkedIn. Yeah, I know there's this frenzy of using AI images. If you use AI image as your profile picture, you're inviting LinkedIn, because they will think you're an impersonator or you're a bot and they will block your account.
So don't use AI image for your profile. I did not say don't use AI image for post. I'm talking as your main profile image. Don't do it because they scan your image and they scan it across other images down on the net to see if you're a real person. So avoid for people who are going to be creating new LinkedIn accounts. Then there are stuff that you get into, issues you get into with LinkedIn. If you try the first time, try the second time, it's not working, don't even waste your time. Just create a new account because LinkedIn will not even will not give you access again. So instead of waiting and waiting, create a new account. We've sent a link that explains how to set up or optimize your LinkedIn properly. You guys should check out that video. So I think that is it. So the purpose of the challenge or the class, the challenge, the daily challenge is to push you out there, to give you confidence, to help you beat imposter syndrome, and to also help you gain consistency. Because imagine it that whether you're doing this as side hustle, that you get a client who comes and say, I need this job, I need it in 24 hours, or I need it in 2 days, and the person is paying good money or will pay good money. You need to have trained your brain to handle that kind of demand. So it's part of the character we're imbibing you now. So I think that's it. And Abraham, the last question, and that will be all. Abraham, your question, go ahead. What? Blessing, what do you say? Sorry, hold on, Abraham. What do you say, Blessing?
Okay, I wanted to say that I'm so sorry. Like, I'm saying this because of the penalty that's involved for submission in case of late submission or something.
Mm.
So for those of us that we are trying to,
I'm just seeing your post. All I just need to see is your post. It doesn't take much to create the LinkedIn account. Just doesn't take much and make a post now. What's a long? Within 24 hours, you should have been able to create a LinkedIn account, set it up. If you don't know how to do it, the video also explains it for you. Just make a post. The post is easy in two. Once you finish writing, the post can just be a shout out or anyhow, just that first post, then you put hashtag Fasthire Writing Challenge with maybe the flyer. That one shouldn't be much. Is by the next day, you can now start thinking of maybe structuring a post. The first post can just be like an announcement of your ongoing training or something. There are different ways to do it. If you can't structure a post where you get, it could even be anything. You can even write about how you lost your LinkedIn account, how you lost your old LinkedIn account. Yes, that's writing now. So that's that. What makes a writer? You're a writer because you write. You're a writer because you can visualize things and put them in writing form or in written form. So there's no hindrance. There's no hindrance.
All right.
Yeah, all right, great. So Abraham, let's have your question and we're calling it a night.
All right, good evening, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me? All right,
yes, I can hear you. Good.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much, class, the training. About my question is, you said the class will not be the recorded will not the recording will not be sent to those that are not in the class.
Yes.
So my question is because today the network has been pushed out of the training, and my question is, for those that will have network issues, how will be able to attend the class or get the recordings or the class? Because for example, today I've been going in and out of the class or the training because of my network.
Okay. So I want to also put this out to everybody. Please resist the urge of thinking that you will bypass classes and use what's it called? use recording as a substitute for the class. Like I said, I'm not going to do that with you. I'm not going to do that with you in this training. So if I want to do recording, we can as well just record the classes and send them to you people to be watching. I will not bother sitting and talking and trying to guide you people or take your questions. I can just sit and do the recorded videos and then be sending it to you people and tell you that I've trained you on content writing. So I can only say I trained you when I knew you were attending classes. So if you have bad network, know now that for the period of this training, that is why I'm saying part of the expectations from you, I listed them. You should be able to know that you need backup network in case your network messes up. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you just have to try. I am saying it now because when it starts playing out and I make the decisions, it will be that I have sounded it over and over and over. Because like I said, even me, it's not easy for me, but I'm trying to do it. So if your network is bad, know now that you should have another network just in case. You should also have scanned your room or wherever and know which part of your room gives you stronger network. Yes, I know that there was a place I used to stay. Within the room, there is a part you will sit, you will not. So that can also be. So resist the urge that you would be waiting for recording as a substitute for classes. No. So try as much, and you need data, like I said. So ensure you get data. This period would be this thing, but try. Even if we want to help you people, we also want to have seen that, or if we want to consider, we also want to see that, oh, you're even putting effort. So first of all the excuses that will make you not attend classes, write all of them down. Then start thinking of how to tackle them instead of how they are going to stop you. You think of how you will stop those excuses from stopping you. Don't think of how to stop you. You think of how you're going to stop those excuses from stopping you. So that is all you need. You understand? Because what we're giving you, there are people that will call for it or call you for it, where they will tell you to come for the training. If they say the training starts by 8, you'll be there by 7. You get all excuses. You will die all excuses. You get. So we also want to see that you're taking us serious. All right, so that's the last question. Thank you so much, everybody, for the time and making it out. I've already told you people what should be expecting in your next class. My madam is on this call. Madam, good evening, ma. And she already left. Good evening. So you're here. Well done, ma.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you for joining. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Do have a lovely evening. See you guys on Wednesday, where Success will be taking people through introduction to content writing. And of course, like I said, my DM on LinkedIn is open. If you have questions, shoot me questions there. You can send mails, but the mails, it might not be me replying you. It might be Fasthire's admin. But if it requires my attention, they might bring it to me. But if you want to get me, use my DM. But of course, it doesn't mean you just start flooding my DM with just anything. Please, let's be guided also. Okay. I look forward to seeing your post and all that. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, again, you must create it because you must go global, right? What did I say? So let's say we must go global. That's the last thing we're going to say. Everybody, 1, 2, go.
We
Say we
must
must
go
we
global.
We
must
must
go
go
unmute yourself and say we
global.
must
Thank
go global.
you.
All
I
right,
must
good
go
night.
global.
Go
We must go
global.
global.
All right. All right. All right. I'm not hearing some people favor mascots.
We must go global. I must go
Must go
global.
global.
Let's take selfie now.
I'm not hearing some people's voice. Is it that they just join the
We
call
must
and
go global.
We must go global.
all right.
Go
We
global.
must go global.
Okay.
I must go global.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you
I
so
must
much,
go
guys.
global.
Good
I
night and
must,
see you
I
on
must
Wednesday.
be global.